to our enlisted heritage. They have special meaning to all airmen, especially those who are transitioning from civilian to warrior airmen of character. Today's graduates make up these heritage flights and will continue to shape our Air Force. And now, I'd like to take a moment to inform you on specific flight locations on the parade building. As viewed from the bleachers, from your left to your right, the first 4 heritage flights to pass in review today are from the 320th Training Squadron, McCoy, Andrews, Parrish, and Kingston flight. They are followed by Benneker, Benkin, and Blake flight from the 321st Training Squadron. In the center of the parade field is the 737th Training Group's Drum and Bugle Corps, Murray flight from the 321st Training Squadron. The flight selected to carry our national, state, and territorial flags is from the 331st Training Squadron, Kisling flight, followed by Peterson and Finch flight. Next is Boyd flight from the 321st Training Squadron. The last 4 flights to pass in review today are from the 322nd Training Squadron, Erie, Cox, Barnes, and Gaylor flight. At this time, please find a place to sit. Thank you and enjoy today's ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand in the interest of our official party. Please remain standing for the invocation given by Chaplain Bauer.
I invite all who are willing to open their hearts and bow their heads, joining me in prayer. Gracious and loving God, we are humbled to be gathered here on this happy occasion, the graduation of our newest airmen in the United States Air Force. Their efforts and dedication are displayed here through their pride, professionalism, and proficiency. The strength and the unity of our nation is shown in them. We thank you for the support of their families and loved ones who have developed and encouraged them on their journey to become airmen. We are also thankful for our leaders and military training instructors. They have devoted countless hours and tireless efforts, transforming them into the world's finest airmen. We recognize our newest MTIs who received their campaign hats today and begin their mission to shape our nation's future. We rejoice with those military training instructors who received their blue rope today, Master Sergeant Magdaleno and Master Sergeant Rosales. This outstanding achievement reflects the pride, character, and excellence of their profession. They have proven themselves second to none. As our airmen continue in their chosen path, guide them and bless them, as they serve our nation selflessly with integrity and honor. We pray all this in your spirit, which is abundant life. Amen.
Thank you, Chaplain Bauer. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's Basic Military Training Graduation Parade. We'd like to introduce our distinguished guests, beginning with the host for today's ceremony, the Commander, Air Force Basic Military Training, Joint Base San Antonio, Lackland, Texas, Colonel William Fisher. Representing the Superintendent, Air Force Basic Military Training, Joint Base San Antonio, Lackland, Texas, Chief Master Sergeant Eric Iona, accompanied by his wife, Maria. From the 37th Training Wing, the Commander, 37th Training Wing, Joint Base San Antonio, Lackland, Texas, Colonel Roy Collins, accompanied by his wife, Jennifer. The Command Chief Master Sergeant, 37th Training Wing, Joint Base San Antonio, Lackland, Texas, Chief Master Sergeant Sharon Fuller and her husband, Todd. We would also like to introduce several distinguished visitors in attendance with us today, beginning with the Command Chief Master Sergeant, 59th Medical Wing, Joint Base San Antonio, Lackland, Texas, Chief Master Sergeant Juliet Gudgel, accompanied by her husband, Major Rod Gudgel. The Command Chief Master Sergeant, 148th Fighter Wing, Duluth Air National Guard Base, Minnesota, Chief Master Sergeant Mark Rucavina, accompanied by his wife, Sheila. Although time does not permit us to introduce all of our distinguished guests, the 37th Training Wing is proud to welcome each of you. We hope that you enjoy today's ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, prior to today's ceremony, the Military Training Instructor School class of 160804 will receive their campaign hats. The dark blue campaign hat these instructors will receive today has been a symbol of the MTI Corps since 1974. These instructors will carry on the tradition and the spirited core of the United States Air Force as they pass on their knowledge to our newest generation of warrior airmen. Technical Sergeant Jason Boutique. Technical Sergeant Wilbert Cardona. Technical Sergeant Jeffrey Bill. Technical Sergeant Hubert Johns. The Distinguished Graduate Award recipient, Technical Sergeant Megan Carter. Technical Sergeant David Morgan. The Commandant's Award recipient, Master Sergeant Henry Harmon. Technical Sergeant Lemuel Brown. Sergeant Michael Childs. The Excellence in Instruction Award recipient, Technical Sergeant David Scott. At this time, we ask all MTIs, past and present, to stand in a sign of unity as our graduates recite the MTI pledge.
Detail 10, on!
The military training instructor hat that I wear
is a symbol of honor, professionalism, integrity, service, and excellence in all I do. My job is one of the most important to the Air Force, and I will spare no effort to properly prepare men and women for military service. I am dedicated to the principles of fairness, firmness, and honesty. I strive for perfection and reject mediocrity, both in my own personal behavior and in the performance of those I lead. I am an Air Force military training instructor, and above all, I am an American Airman.
I wanted to take just a moment to congratulate you on this incredible moment in your personal and professional lives. I'm going to ask you to think back a lot of years right now. And I want you to think back to the day of your graduation parade on this very parade field. And I want you to think of something. I want you to think of the MTI that brought you to this very parade field all those years ago. And you're thinking of that face. And now, I have something for you to think about. Now, the thousands of airmen that are going to come through the gateway to the Air Force in the months and the years to come, now all of those trainees will be thinking of your face. You will be the MTI that all those trainees and brand new airmen think of. So, this is your charge, is to use that influence and that power to make the MTI Corps better, to make those trainees better, and to make our Air Force better. This is your moment to pay it forward. And so, in the weeks and the months and the years to come, all those airmen that will come down this very parade field, the same parade field you came down, I need your help to make sure our Air Force remains the best Air Force on the planet. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an example of what right looks like for the United States Air Force. They know the standards and they know the procedures to take care of your sons and daughters as they enter the gateway to the United States Air Force. So please help me welcome the newest members of the Air Force's MTI Corps.
Present. Order up.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, Colonel Fisher and Chief Master Sergeant Guyana will make a special award presentation.
Detail, hold!
737 Training Group, United States Air Force, Joint Base San Antonio, Lackland, Texas. Subject, Master Military Training Instructor. A Master Military Training Instructor is one who is a total professional in all phases of basic military training, is a leader among other instructors, exhibits only the highest characteristics of ethics, morality, and integrity, fully supports the mission, traditions, and the spirited core of Air Force basic military training, is the best of the best. These instructors who stand before you today have been awarded the title Master Military Training Instructor in recognition of their superior performance. From the 322nd Training Squadron, Master Sergeant Randy Magdaleno. From the 737 Training Group, Master Sergeant Raul Rosales.
This is a great day for our Air Force. This day represents the two of you upping your game, and we are so grateful for that. You've done the extra training, the extra evaluations, the extra academics to prove that you are upping your game, to help us build incredible, incredible airmen at the gateway to the Air Force. But it's more than that. That blue rope that you wear right now is a symbol to everyone that you are the best of the best. And so my challenge to you now is to be a coach, to be a mentor, to be a leader among leaders, to help ensure that our MTI Corps continues to produce the best airmen on the planet. So we are so grateful for your extra work and your extra dedication. And so be that example, not just to the trainees and the airmen and the rest of the staff, but to the rest of the MTI Corps, be that example of what right looks like. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me congratulate the best of the best.
As we review today, have completed a demanding 7.5-week program that provides Air Force units throughout the world with training airmen. Part of this training includes the time-proven concepts of military customs and traditions, of which this parade is a vital part. All graduating airmen will also march on the enlisted heroes' wall. They will lead the way with the thousands of airmen that will follow, all reflecting on our enlisted heritage, tradition of honor, and our legacy of valor. Our Commander of Airmen is Technical Sergeant Vanessa Espinoza, Military Training Instructor, 331st Training Squadron. Colonel Fisher will review today's service. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the national anthem.
the command in review.
Now, order, charge! Now, change post, charge! Champion Squadron, order arms!
Ladies and gentlemen, the graduating airmen passed in review today represent a portion of the 38,000 recruits who will complete basic military training this year. The 737 training group provides all recruits the essential military training to become motivated members of the enlistment force of the greatest air force in the world. The military training instructors are responsible for the documentation, development, and discipline of the airmen. They have dedicated endless hours to ensure all training objectives are met. Today's graduates have proven through academic studies, military training, physical training, and the development of teamwork that they are ready to take their place in the United States Air Force. The flights you will view today are a representation of the enlisted force. Each flight represents an enlisted member of the Air Force who is embodying our core values and contributing to its heritage. And our graduates turn left onto the bomb run to pass the review and march over the enlisted heroes wall. The airmen recognized on the papers have been awarded our nation's highest honors, representing heroic and unselfish passion as members of the United States Air Force in armed conflict, including present-day operations in Afghanistan. They include 7 Medals of Honor, 26 Air Force Crosses, and 173 Silver Stars awarded for bravery during encounters with hostile enemy commanders. These enlisted heroes serve to inspire all airmen to execute their duties courageously and with honor in service to this great nation. Armed with the knowledge of our past, these airmen exit the hero's walk by marching over a blue line, signifying their accession to the greatest air power in the world. Musical support for this morning's ceremony has been provided by the 737 Training Group's Drum and Bugle Corps, Murray Flight from the 321st Training Squadron, performing today under the direction of Technical Sergeant Douglas Cost, hometown, Zelianople, Pennsylvania. These trainees are also in basic military training, but have been hand-selected to perform for ceremonies of this type. We would like you to notice our national, state, and territorial flags. As these flags pass in review, please stand and render the appropriate courtesies for our national flag. Once the flags have passed in review, please be courteous of others and be seated in order to allow all of our guests the opportunity to view the flags as they pass in review. Sergeant of the Air Force number 10, Basement Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Airman, hometown, Portsmouth, Virginia. From the 321st Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force number 9, Vinegar Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Justin Gonzalez, hometown, San Antonio, Texas. From the 321st Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force number 12, Bacon Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Antoinette Sherman, hometown, Jamali, Jamaica. From the 321st Training Squadron, representing the first woman in the Air Force, White Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Emerald Rodriguez, hometown, Los Angeles, California. The squadron selected as the color guards from the 320th Training Squadron, led by Technical Sergeant James McKay, hometown, Cedar Park, Texas. The flight selected carry our national, state, and territorial flags are from the 331st Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force number 3, Isling Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Jake Kim Babbitt, hometown, Crown Point, Indiana, and Master Sergeant Hilda Hackman, hometown, Alexandria, Louisiana. The B Squadron Commander is Technical Sergeant Alicia Bailey, Military Training Instructor, 322nd Training Squadron, hometown, Miami, Florida. From the 331st Training Squadron, representing the Air Force's first Chief Master Sergeant Peterson Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Linnell McKinnon, hometown, Miami, Florida. From the 331st Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force number 13, Edge Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Paul Neubauer, hometown, Chisholm, Minnesota. From the 321st Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force number 16, Roy Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Donald Bims, hometown, Moultrie, Georgia. From the 322nd Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force number 1, Harry Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Tisha Bruce, hometown, Edmond, Missouri. From the 322nd Training Squadron, representing an Air Force Commendation Medal recipient, Dodge Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Travis Simpson, hometown, Wilmington, North Carolina. From the 322nd Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force number 4, Barnes Flight, led by Master Sergeant James Gardner, hometown, Wilmington, North Carolina. From the 322nd Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force number 5, Gaylor Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Jessica King, hometown, Irving, Texas. United States Air Force Hall. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Please be seated. Over the last 7.5 weeks, the airmen before you have transformed from civilians into motivated, disciplined warrior airmen with a foundation to serve in the world's greatest Air Force. Once these airmen leave basic military training, they will enter Airman School, where they will develop their critical thinking skills and further personalize the Air Force core values. They will continue on to technical training to learn the skills needed to perform in one of over 130 Air Force specialties. They will then move on to serve in one of over 84 Air Force bases around the world, or work directly with our sister services. As these airmen move on to technical training, they will continue to focus on adapting to military requirements, achieving occupational proficiency, and learning how to be highly productive members of the Air Force. These men and women will prepare for increased responsibilities and must ensure they are trained, qualified, and ready to deploy and operate in an expeditionary body while maintaining military readiness. Of the hundreds of thousands of American citizens in the workforce each year, less than 1% join the ranks of the U.S. military, and even a smaller percentage in the United States Air Force. You should be proud of their accomplishments thus far. The airmen before you have reached a milestone in their Air Force journey and will require your continued support to assist them in their future endeavors. These airmen are the future of our Air Force and will pave the way for future generations of airmen as we continue to fly, fight, and win. Ladies and gentlemen, please focus your attention to the left as you can see the 38C tower under a flying salute to our graduated airmen. These aircraft are from the 87th Flying Training Squadron, 47th Flying Training Wing, Lackland Air Force Base, graduates, as well as their families. Basic military training undergraduates distinguish themselves by being ranked in the top 10% of all airmen graduating in their class. The exceptional personal dedication, integrity, service before self, and sustained excellence these airmen display throughout basic military training earned them this outstanding distinction. And the Airman march forward for the oath of enlistment. We'd like to thank the families and friends who are here in support of the airmen graduating today. Your words of encouragement help motivate these airmen through 7.5 weeks of basic military training. On behalf of the United States Air Force and Air Force Basic Military Training, we extend our thanks to the many families and friends of America's airmen for the support of your airmen and the greatest air power the world has ever known. Colonel Fisher will now come forward and address our graduated airmen.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me hear it. How do they look? Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you so much for joining us at the gateway to the Air Force, Military City, USA, on an incredible Texas Friday. Ladies and gentlemen, if this doesn't get you fired up, I don't know what does. Thank you so much for joining us today. Now, I want to say a special word of thanks to the family and friends that could join us here today. We know that you put a lot of faith and trust in the United States Air Force. Standing before us today are your most valued treasure. And that is the mission that the 37th Training Wing and the Basic Military Training Mission, we take that trust very, very seriously. It is a mission that we do here that is both humbling and exciting at the same time, because we know that great things in the Air Force start right here. So thank you so much for traveling from near and from far and from wherever you came from. Thank you so much for placing your trust and faith in the United States Air Force. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I also want to say a special word of thanks to our military veterans. If you're a military veteran in the audience with me today, please stand so we can recognize you. So to my fellow veterans in the audience, you need to know that we cannot do what we do today without your incredible example. You need to know that we are standing on the shoulders of giants right now. And so hopefully, over the past several weeks, we have taught them about your legacy of service and your tradition of honor, your legacy of valor. And so you need to know right now that I think we have met your standards. And so thank you to our veterans with us here today. And hopefully, very soon, you will see that these new airmen joining the Air Force today are ready to join your incredible ranks. Thank you to my veterans. And ladies and gentlemen, let me remind you that these airmen that are in front of us today could not have gotten here without our military training instructors. So I want to say one more round of thanks to our military training instructors. So ladies and gentlemen, what you may not know is right now over 390,000 enlisted members of the Air Force are currently serving, active Guard and Reserve. And out of those over 390,000 enlisted members currently serving, at any one time there are only about 550 military training instructors that make the rest of the enlisted corps possible. And so, while many people serve in the United States Air Force, there are only a very select few that create the Air Force. And that's a very big distinction that we'd like to highlight to you, and we're proud of that distinction here. So ladies and gentlemen, one more round of thanks to our military training instructors. And now to the Air Force's newest airmen. Airmen, you could have been anywhere over the last several months, but you chose to be here. You chose to make yourselves better. You chose to make your country safer. And for that, we are grateful, and we are so proud to be a part of the start of your Air Force journey. And so remember, this lifestyle, this journey that you're about to embark on, it is unlike anything else that you will ever experience. The friendships, the camaraderie, the missions that you will take part in will set a historical example for the safety of our country. And not just for our country, the United States Air Force sets the standard for any other Air Force on the planet. And it's times like this that remind me of an old proverb. And the proverb goes like this. When the load gets heavy, let me not ask for a lighter load. Let me ask for broader shoulders. And so to my newest airmen, I hope over the last several weeks you've been with us, that our military training instructors have given you those broader shoulders. So remember, as you move forward from today, the core values and the wingmanship and the professionalism that we taught you, hold on to that tight, because that's what will get you through those tough missions, those long hours, and all those deployments. You stand here on this parade field because others can't. You are holding watch for the rest of our nation, and for that, we are incredibly grateful. So really, at this point, I only have one question left for you. Are you ready to join the ranks of the world's greatest Air Force? Oh, ladies and gentlemen, it sounds like you're ready. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear or affirm. That I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States. Against all enemies, foreign and domestic. That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. And that I will obey the orders of the President of the United States. And the orders of the officers appointed over me. According to regulations and the Uniform Code of Military Justice. So help me God. Congratulations, Airman, and welcome to the world's greatest Air Force.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing as our newest airmen recite the Airman's Creed and remain in place for the departure of our official party. I am an American Airman.
I am a warrior. I have answered my nation's call. I am an American Airman. My mission is to fly, fight, and win. I am faithful to a proud heritage, a tradition of honor, and a legacy of valor. I am an American Airman, guardian of freedom and justice. My nation's sword and shield, its century and avenger. I defend my country with my life. I am an American Airman, wingman, leader, warrior. I will never leave an airman behind. I will never falter.
Thank you. Please be seated.
Turn!
flight. The first 4 airman flights from the 320th Training Squadron. The boys, Andrews, Harris, and Kingston flights. The next 3 flights are from the 321st Training Squadron. Vinegar, Benton, and Boyd flights. They are followed by Peterson and Finn's flight from the 331st Training Squadron. Next is Boyd's flight from the 321st Training Squadron. The last 4 flights are from the 322nd Training Squadron, Aries, Cox, Barnes, and Gator flights. Airmen your state flag mast is a flight from the 331st Training Squadron will be released to their visitors at the equipment locker to your left after they secure the flags. Please be careful while exiting the bleachers and while moving onto the grassy area. For your safety, we also ask that you use only the stairs to exit the bleachers. All airmen are now released to their visitors. Thank you for your attendance and enjoy the rest of your stay at Joint Base San Antonio, Lackland, Texas. All detail training support you do is stand.